Good evening, everyone.
You already know this one.
My name is Tilger, and on behalf of Stanton Sheet Music, it's my pleasure to welcome you to one of the great traditions of the OMEA Professional Conference, the OMEA Stanton's Jazz Reading Session.
Oh, no, I like
Our
that.
fantastic band tonight has been put together and is being led by the Director of Education and Community Engagement at Jazz Arts Group Columbus, Zach Compston.
Woohoo!
We have a lot of great musicians from Central Ohio and beyond, and a special guest in composer-arranger Mike Kamuf. For educators out there, his charts can be found on the Bellwin Jazz Publishing Catalog. So without any further ado, the 2026 OMEA Stanton's Reading Band.
How you feeling out there? You're listening to Logan Moore over there on the baritone saxophone. How about these mighty trombones? Jessica Sneeringer, Andy Rice, and Matt Ellis. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to play a bunch of charts that you could consider programming with your band, depending on the level. Much of these things are new releases out in the world today for the first time in 2025 or 2026. And I have to start by saying Stanton Sheet Music is an Ohio family-owned business, I would suspect, or at least one that's been around since 1960, y'all. Ohio has a sheet music store. How about Stanton Sheet Music? And the thing I like to tell everybody is that Stanton's, they're not just some website that you have a login you forgot about that you're going to try to find your way through. They're more than that. They have that, but they're humans that you can call, Ken Tilger being one of them. But there are people here in our state of Ohio that want to help you find charts and find repertoire, in addition to help you acquire that repertoire. And they're up to date on all that digital delivery stuff. Man, I just could go on and on. Big thank you to Stanton Sheet Music for all that they do. We're going to keep playing right now and play a Horace. Silver tune in a mambo style. This one's on Hal Leonard Publishing. This is entitled Gregory is Here. Arranged by Michael Philip Mossman. Salvaggio on the alto saxophone. Bobby Salvaggio. John Arnold on the trumpet, everybody. John Arnold. We're going to go over to Excelcia Music Publishing. A lot of original music comes out of that publishing company, and this is one by David Samuel, who's written a bunch of things for them. And it's kind of a funky, kind of a halftime shuffle vibe. This one's called Bringing It Home to You. Hello, okay, there we go. Jake Smith on the tenor saxophone. Andy Rice over there on the trombone. And again, that chart was called Bringing It Home to You, written by David Samuel. We're very excited here at OMEA. There's a gentleman that is an amazing arranger, trumpet player, somebody that you've seen his name on a lot of charts out there. He does real justice to the Great American Songbook and to hard bop standards that we play, reimagining them while keeping them the integrity of these tunes is so great in his arrangements. So therefore, you see this guy's name on a lot of stuff, and we're happy to have him in the band. Over there, that's Mr. Mike Kamuf. Give it up for Mike. The check is in the mail. You can see Mike again doing 2 clinics tomorrow, is that right? So get on your guidebook and look for the jazz clinics tomorrow. I think there's 2 happening with Mike tomorrow. How to pick middle school jazz repertoire tomorrow. So you know who you are if you need to see that clinic. Anyway, Mike did a really great job of treating this Benny Golson jazz standard that you hear at jam sessions and all over the place in the music. There's not often a great version to play with a big band. And so Mike did a wonderful job on Benny Golson's Stablemates. about Jake Smith on the tenor saxophone, Mark Russo on the trumpet. Again, that was Mike Kamuf's treatment of the Benny Golson hard bop era standard Stablemates. I want to start to introduce the band. I'll do that over a period of time throughout the night. But the saxophone section, you heard earlier in the set, our lead alto player. He is the director of the Jazz Studies activities at Kent State University, an amazing player in the Northeast Ohio region and all over the place. That's Bobby Salvaggio on the alto saxophone. A dear friend of Columbus and somebody that's really doing amazing work out in the public school system, the director of instrumental music at Eastmore Academy here in the Columbus City School District on alto saxophone, Fahim Najib. To his right, your left, this is someone that is doing a ton of teaching at Capital University, teaching privately, does a ton of work with the Grove City School District and so many others, and plays his tail off. That's Jake Smith on the tenor saxophone. If you had the fortune of hearing the Capital University Big Band, there's some great work happening led by this gentleman on the tenor saxophone, Billy Wolf. And another person from the Columbus area that's done a lot of writing recently for Von Weiser's famous jazz orchestra, for the Columbus Jazz Orchestra with Byron Stripling, has played in both of those bands also on the saxophone. Over there on the baritone saxophone, Logan Moore. That's our saxophone section. We're going to move on now. And play a bossa nova by the great John the Barbera. This one's entitled Brincando na Bossa. Brincando na Bossa. You're on the trombone. Matt Ellis on the trombone. Mike Kamuf on the trumpet. And it's perfect time to introduce you to our rhythm section. On the guitar, he teaches primarily at Capital University, but also plays all over town here in Columbus and elsewhere. That's Tom Davis on the guitar. And a longtime member of Von Weister's famous jazz orchestra and has put many gigs. What? A long time, not a short time. Yeah, 23 years. Come on. Columbus City Schools, gigs upon gigs upon gigs. Kind of a Columbus legend. That's Jim Llewellyn on the piano. Jim Llewellyn. Professor of bass in the jazz area at Bowling Green, as well as just a regular of the Northeast and the whole north of Ohio. You want to hear this guy play some bass. That's Aiden Plank on the bass.